Cord.
Good morning, everybody. This is a great opportunity for me to share some dynamics with all of you. Some products that I don't think you ever could imagine would be the value that these products are and the uniqueness of them and why the health benefits from a product like this is just overwhelming. And I just can't say it enough, overwhelming. This latest statistics tell us that the omega is one of the most powerful substances in the human body if you get all of the parts of the omega. Now, the interesting thing about this product, it was developed and designed to get a very unique omega, something that nobody had on the market. This is not fish oil. And I want to really make that clarification to you. Don't look at it as fish oil. You got to realize to create an omega, there are algae in the water that actually make the omega. The fish eat the algae and collect the omega in their bodies. So we realized years ago, first you got to find an area in the ocean that is rich in these environment, where you got all the algae that the fish can get access to. If they don't get access to it, the fish oil is worthless. So they finally found off the waters of Africa, there was an area there that contained a very large amount of algae that had a really rich base of omega in it. And the fish there have a big access to it. So that's where they began to, first of all, thinking where they were going to take this oil from, was from those fish. And so we started with, first of all, creating an environment where we had access to a raw material that gave us all of the omega. There's parts of the omega that a lot of people aren't even aware of, that do things that most nutritionists don't even talk about. So as they first of all got this particular oil and they got it rich with the omega, rich with this really good omega, the next thing was they had to find a way to encapsulate it. They had to find a way without using any heat. So what they did was they created what we call a triple cold distillant process. So that means they triple distilled it, which is purifying. You got to take the impurities out of the oil. There's things in there you just don't want to take into your body every day. There's contamination. You got to remember the ocean is contaminated. And so when these fish obviously eat this algae, they also get a lot of contamination with them. Well, you've got to clean up that oil and get the contamination out without heating it. So they developed the triple distillant process. So when the oil was extracted, it was triple distilled for purification. So it went into the capsule pure, and it went into the capsule with all of the omega in it. Something nobody in the market today has learned how to do. Well, they haven't had to. People calibrate it as fish oil. If it's fish oil, it don't matter if the fish is contaminated, if the fish isn't contaminated, there's all the omega in it. Nobody worries about that too much because they can sell it at a very inexpensive price. Do they use a cold distillant process? I don't even know anymore how they're doing this, but I can tell you that if you don't get the right omega to start with, all the other stuff that goes out the window. So when they developed it, they began to do some research on it and realize what kind of benefit we were going to have in the human body. Well, then you start realizing all the parts of the omega that have benefit. And we saw some tremendous things. It reduced the arthritic inflammation in the body. The autoimmune diseases, it affected the improvement to an awful lot of things in the gut. And many prevented a lot of different things that have been going on in the human body that we never could figure out how to exactly deal with it. This is one of the processes and foods that the human body was designed to take in a large amount. The Eskimos in Alaska use enough fish that you'd have to eat 21 omegas a day to eat their daily intake of fish oil. Now, the fish that they're using, I do not know of the quantity and the quality of the oil. I do not know that. I do not know anything, but they're eating the raw fish, getting the raw oil, which is great. But the thing of it is, we've learned the benefits. They don't have any arthritis. They don't have many of the diseases that we have today because we don't use this product in a way. So it's a product that you got to think about the long-term benefits. And we want to realize that there's a lot of things in here that have a lot of effect on your body and reducing a lot of things. Now, when you reduce inflammation, when you reduce the risk of heart attacks, reduce the risk of blood clotting, that's a huge one. When you reduce the risk of cholesterol development, these are all things to consider today that a lot of people are taking drugs for. And since a lot of doctors have lost faith in a lot of the products that are made today, we today have got a product that I'm going to tell you is spectacular. We've had this for quite a few years now. It was developed and we've seen the benefits of it. I've seen the benefits of it. I use it every day, and I try to impress upon people to take at least 4 a day for getting the benefits that they're really looking for and why they're going to get it from this product. And why you can't go out and buy this product anywhere today in the world. Because we went through such pains to create the best of the best.